My name is Trevor Rainbolt, and I'm considered a professional Google Maps player.
The word professional here doesn't mean what it usually means. He does have a day job, but we'll get to that.
Guessing where I am on Google Maps, but in 0.1 seconds. Portugal. Nice. That's NT up here, probably near this park. Yeah. Guessing where I am on Google Maps, but only using the trees, but only using the dirt, but in 0.001 seconds. But using a super pixelated image, but blindfolded.
We have yellow and white number plates. We're driving left-hand side of the road. And we have kind of brownish dirt. Nice. Next one, we have rain coverage. We have hedgerows and yellow dashes on the outside
Ireland.
of the road.
Montenegro. Mexico.
Big mountains in the background. Nice. 24,000, baby.
Oh, dude! Let's go!
GeoGuessr is an online game that pulls Street View images from Google Maps and prompts players to guess the geographic location of each one. Points are awarded for precision. The closer you are, the better. There are lots of GeoGuessr players the community would identify as pros, but Geo Rainbolt is the one the internet is talking about, and that's because his strongest skill has nothing to do with maps. Geo Rainbolt's methodology is partly technique and partly what the kids might call the vibe check.
There's always like immediate things you're looking for, and once you play thousands and thousands of games, your eye immediately knows where to look. If you're like in a more urban setting, you're obviously looking for maybe language, telephone poles, utility poles, like what side of the road you're driving on, what color road lines there are. If you're maybe in a more like rural location, you're probably looking at soil color, you're looking at vegetation around you. Maybe if you can see like architecture in the distance, climate, you can look at the sun to see what hemisphere you're in. If the sun's in the south, you're in the north hemisphere, or vice versa.
So how does he do all of this if he's guessing in 0.1 seconds?
That's just the UK. Nice. Netherlands. Pretty easy. We'll take that. It's hard to like really take in every single clue. And that is just from playing so much that you just get the general feel, is what I like to call it, of like what countries and what regions of the world look like, to where it's just kind of second nature.
When we watch a movie, the set designer offers us visual clues to the story setting. We know we're in Greece, or Italy, or New York, before any of the characters explicitly says it. We know what the architecture looks like, what the weather might be, which side of the road we might drive on in these well-known cities. GeoGuessr players do something similar. They're using general knowledge and intuition the same way we do. They're just aiming to be a lot more precise, and the locations they're dealing with are far more obscure.
And it's just pure human intuition of just like, I've seen a similar region like this in like Darwin, Australia before. So I'm gonna go with Darwin. So it's maybe less of like specific clues, which maybe sometimes it is, but it's also just, you've seen different regions of the world so many times that it's just a sixth sense.
I asked him how he plays so skillfully, and Trevor says he studies. And that doesn't mean what it usually means either.
When I say studying, I mean playing. So I would start by literally just playing hundreds and thousands of games and just pick up different commonalities between.
There is some traditional studying involved. Players often use online reference sheets to learn quick facts. Geo Rainbolt mentioned using flashcards once. And if you're going that route, Trevor recommends learning about 4 things to start: road lines, telephone poles, which side of the road each country's residents drive on, and bollards.
Bollards.
Bollards are those posts you'll sometimes see on the edge of a sidewalk or along the perimeter of an area designated for whatever it's designated for. In certain contexts, they're used for the mooring of boats or for traffic control, and they look different depending on where you are in the world. Anyway, Trevor learns the basics and then he plays with them a lot.
And then you learn them together while you play. So you're learning what Argentina telephone poles look like, but while you're learning what they look like, you're also learning what Argentina itself looks like.
Over the past several years, Trevor has become a very good GeoGuessr player, but he'll tell you that he's not the best and that a knack for geography is not the reason people know who he is. Let's backtrack for a second. Trevor grew up in what he describes as a tiny town in Arkansas, where he graduated high school in a class of about 30. He went to college for a year, then dropped out to take a job opportunity. Today, Trevor lives in Los Angeles and works a 9-to-5 job in social media video production, which is not at all surprising. He is an exceptional GeoGuessr player, but he's even better at marketing himself.
There's definitely some secret sauce there for sure.
On the surface, Trevor's videos revolve around his online identity as some sort of map wizard. But what we don't see is the time he spends brainstorming new video ideas and working toward a dual goal: showcase GeoGuessr, while creating content that will go viral.
I could really put my most impressive games out there and they would be a lot less viral. And so knowing what is viral and putting content first rather than records or the game itself first is crucial.
The example Trevor offers is this video, in which he employs a strategy he calls the bait and switch.
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat from a girl?
No, this is Thailand. Nice.
The topic of Snapchats from the opposite sex draws people in, and then he shows those people his map skills.
Nice. I sit down and record that for 2 seconds, and I'm not going for like some world record, right? And those are the most viral. The most impressive doesn't also equal the most viral.
His followers also fuel production.
I start with like what I think is viral, right? So I was like, what are like comments I'm getting? Bro saw dirt and guessed Senegal. Like, well, I actually probably could see dirt and guess Senegal. People are already kind of making this narrative, so like, let me just record a video of just guessing with dirt. I think I posted that June 22nd, and it's 3 weeks later, it's at like almost 9 million views.
He's learned how to play the game and dramatically increased his knowledge about the world, both geographically and culturally. But in the social media age, going viral is a skill in and of itself, and it's one Trevor has unquestionably developed, as media outlets around the world call him a genius. Or not.
I think people like maybe associate the game with being like automatically very like book smart or like very intelligent, which I don't know if that's really the case. Maybe I am, but I don't think I'm like some super genius if people put me like on some pedestal. It's just something I'm passionate about and spent time learning.
The same goes for social media strategy. He knows how to pull the puppet strings and maybe raise a few eyebrows.
Imagine we're in the same car. What will you do?
Bulgaria. Nice. South Africa, Eswatini. Nice. USA. Nice. Borneo Island, Malaysia. Nice. Philippines. Nice. We'll take it. 5 for 5. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. Russia. Nice. Ireland. Nice. Peru.